Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Here is a sample that I have been working on in relation to exploring music as a creator. Now the students took as their source one of the choruses from Handel's Messiah. In this case, His Yoke is Easy. And we did some analysis on that and we discovered a range of different characteristics. So you'll see at the bottom there, I'm just going to enlarge that, the chords have been written there, and these were realized from the figured bass numbers that we identified in the original. Now I've made a few little changes, and one of them is this C minor substitute here, and a couple of other things where I've added the seventh. But generally speaking, this is as Handel intended it. So I have realized the figured bass there with the right hand, and as is customary, the cello part doubles the left hand of the keyboard part, in this case the harpsichord part. So we have a reinforced bass line there at the bottom. So I've added the vocal parts here. So let's just take a listen to the soprano. Okay, so I've taken features that, as I said, we identified in the original. There's pure syllabic setting, but then on the word easy, there's a melismatic setting. And with his burden, I've got an ascending sequence. These are quite common in what we discovered. And I've also included a suspension there across the bar line where the chord changes from C minor to B flat, but the chord note from C minor is suspended over the bar into that B flat, and then, as is customary, resolves downwards by step. Let's have a listen to the top two female parts. So you'll notice that initially they are in an imitative setting at the distance of a full bar, and then they come together here in sixths and then in thirds here to reinforce that suspension, double suspension, if you will, and then essentially homorhythmically through to the cadence. You'll notice as well that the strings really only appear to reinforce the vocal parts, the violin one doubling the soprano, essentially. There's a little bit of decorative feature there. There's a bit of a decorative feature at the end there, but essentially they are in unison or in octaves. The second violin and the alto and the viola and the tenor similarly are doubling. The bass is on its own there, but as I said, there's a reinforced bass line with the cello and the harpsichord at the bottom. Let's have a listen to all of the vocal parts, and then I'll play the whole thing. So you'll see that the bass actually comes in half a bar after the alto entry. So there's an example of stretto, which is another one of the characteristics that we identified. And they don't really all come together until this moment here, just before the end. And then, of course, the cadence, they're all together. Let's have a listen to the whole thing, and hopefully you can hear those various features. Thank you very much, everybody, and please subscribe to my channel to ensure that you do not miss any further updates.